I want to improve my English, and that's because I want to pass my international exam. You get it?
Yeah.
So again, so for example, I go to the gym, and that's because I want to be in shape. You see?
Yep.
So that's because it's similar to because. So you can change, you can use it whenever you want, because that's because is similar to because. But now look at this, look at the difference. Again, 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 again. I study English. That's because I want to pass my exam. Now, I want to pass my exam. So that's why I study English. You get it?
Yeah, I got
Okay, can you make a sentence with that's why?
it. With which one?
That's why.
That's why.
That's
Uh,
why.
no, that's why I'm studying English. uh, but I have okay. Um, I have to pass my test. That's why I'm studying English right now.
I have to pass my test, and that's why
I
I
am.
study
I'm
English, right?
yeah.
I study English. And with that, that's because,
That because.
but that's because,
I am eating healthy. That's because.
that's because
So I have
what?
no idea. What should I say?
Okay, for it's similar to because. It's similar to because. You can say because or that's because. Choose whatever you want.
Okay.
How do you say?
It's because I don't know. I'm eating healthy food. That's because I am doing exercises.
So, okay, but you want to eat healthy. That's because you're doing exercises.
Yeah, I think so.
But it doesn't make sense because you say I eat healthy, and that's because I am doing exercises. I don't understand.
What's meaning in Spanish of that? Because
That's because is because.
it's not por eso.
No, that's because in Spanish for me can be, for example, I want to pass my exam, and y esa es la razón por la que, o esa es la razón por qué. You
Okay.
see?
Yep.
Perdón, y la razón, I would write it here. For me, well, in Spanish is more difficult, but in English it's pretty simple. That's why es, y esa es la razón por la que. That's why, y esa es la razón por la que. That's because means, y la razón por qué. Eso significa. Did you understand? I will show you. I will show you, man. I will show you my screen. Where is it? If it's here, yes, here, 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 here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. Now look at this part. We have that's why. That's why. Y esa es la razón por la que. My dad is angry. Y esa es la razón por la que I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Y la razón es porque my dad is angry. You see?
Okay.
So in English, I prefer that you say, is that correct? I prefer that you say, is that correct for you? I prefer that you say, is that correct or
Um,
not?
I
What do
mean,
you think?
if you want to sound more formal, you should say. I mean, you should say. I would rather use poke.
I would rather you use this one. Yes, I would rather, or I prefer you to use this. I would rather you used in the past. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Or I would prefer it if you use this one in the past too. But if you don't want to say none of them, you say, I prefer that you use. I prefer that he pay. I prefer that you be responsible. Did you understand?
Yes, I do.
So this is another way. This is another way to say the same thing, but you use a different structure, preferred plus that, and this is the clause. Any questions?
So it'll be I prefer that you.
And the verb in the verb infinitive, I prefer that you be responsible. I prefer that you play soccer. I prefer that you use. I prefer that she use.
Okay.
You got it?
Yep, I got it.
And tell me.
No, I got it. I got it. I got it.
And to be honest, in this situation, people use would prefer or prefer that. Okay? No more. But people prefer to say would prefer, would prefer that, would prefer that, would prefer that. Any questions?
No,
But of course, people say prefer that too. They are like, both are correct. Any questions?
no, no, I don't.
And for example, ¿cómo dirías? Yo prefiero mi café más azucarado.
It's a good question. I would prefer no.
I prefer,
I prefer a sweetie coffee.
no, we say I prefer my coffee sweeter, you see?
Oh, sweeter. Oh, jeez.
Or you know the color black, so I say I prefer my coffee black. I prefer my curry or my noodles a little spicier, you see?
Okay.
Or I preferred this class in English, you see?
Yes.
That's it. Any questions?
No.
Okay, I will give you two sentences, and I want you to tell me which one is correct for you. Okay?
Okay.
So we have a lot of young people, a lot of young people prefer, a lot of young people prefer computer games than football or computer games to football.
The second one, computer games to
That's
football.
okay. Now look at this. A lot of young people prefer computer games rather than football, or a lot of people prefer computer games to football.
It'll be rather than.
Rather, both are correct, Claudio.
I
Because
mean,
remember, I prefer soccer to basketball, or I prefer soccer rather than basketball. You see?
yeah.
No more.
Okay.
And that's it. Any questions?
No.
Which one is correct? I prefer to walk to drive. I prefer to walk to drive, or I prefer to walk rather than drive.
I prefer the third one to work. I mean, rather than drive.
Rather than drive. So these all the structures. Any question up to this point?
No.
Nope.
No.
Okay. So now I want to talk about three important verbs. Have you heard about the verb prevent? I will write
Prevent.
it here.
No.
Prevent. What does it mean for you, prevent?
Prevenir.
And avoid. I'm sorry. And then we have, for example, maybe avoid. And then we also have the word stop. So these are three confusing words. For example, prevent. Prevent means stopped doing from happening or someone for doing something. You see? For example, look at this structure. Label, 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 label your suitcases to prevent confusion. You see?
Okay.
Label your suitcases to prevent confusion because you stop something from happening. I mean, I don't want that confusion happens in this situation. So I prevent maybe confusion from happening. You see?
Yep.
Um, I don't know how to say this. Prevent can be prevenir. You see?
Yep.
Prevent, prevenir. Okay, that's can you make a sentence? The police, can you do it? Seem to be powerless. The police seems to be powerless to prevent these attacks. You see, the police seems to be powerless to prevent these attacks. This is similar to Spanish, okay? Prevenir, o sea, evitar que algo ocurra o que alguien haga algo. Any questions?
No.
No. Now look at this example. Maybe, have you heard about disability?
Disability? Yes.
Disability, for example, I can walk, or I can drive, or I can see, I can hear. I have a disability, you see?
Yep.
Yep. So you say that you prevent somebody from doing something. So his disability prevents prevents him. This is optional, right? From driving, because this person was blind. So when you're blind, you can drive a car, right?
Yes, right.
So now in Spanish, because I want to make it clear, um, su discapacidad evitaba que él maneje, o sea, no le permitía. You see?
Yes. Okay.
Pero el de arriba no. El de arriba es label your suitcases to prevent confusions. Etiqueta tus maletas para evitar que algo malo suceda. ¿Ok? Evitar que algo ocurra. En el otro no es, su discapacidad no evitaba que él maneje, o sea, que esta acción pase, sino que no se lo permitía. ¿Se entiende? Any questions?
Disability means discapacidad. Okay.
Yeah, disability.
Okay. Yep.
For example, look at this expression. We were prevented. We were prevented from entering the site. We were prevented. O sea que a nosotros no se nos permitió ingresar al sitio, no se nos permitía porque no podíamos. You see? Did you understand?
Yes.
What else? Regularly sunscreen. Okay, wearing regularly sunscreen. Maybe what happens when you wear sunscreen? Can prevent
Can prevent
what?
solar burns.
You from getting sunburned. You see? So, usar protector solar puede prevenir que tú te quemes o que te insoles. You see?
Okay.
Eso es, evita que alguien o que algo le pase a alguien también. Any question up to this point?
No.
I want to be very honest with you. In everyday English, people usually say stop. Well, because I didn't explain stop, right?
Did you say stop?
Stop.
No, you didn't.
Stop is like prevent someone from doing something. Okay. Okay. For example, if she really wants to live, if she really wants to live, if she really wants to live, I don't understand. I don't understand what is stopping her. What is stopping her? You see?
Yeah.
Maybe, do you remember the vaccines long time ago? Great efforts are being made to stop the spread of coronavirus. You see? So great efforts are being made to stop the spread of coronavirus. For me, the meaning is totally different. Para mí es como que el uso es un poquito distinto en esta situación. ¿Vale?
Okay.
¿En qué sentido? Es que literalmente dice de que el stopped, stopped, que significa que es como que evitar o parar, o sea, el stop significa prevent someone from doing something. A ver, acá lo voy a poner. Prevent someone, para que más o menos la capte las ideas. Prevent someone from doing something. Esto, mira, y te das cuenta que está acá el prevent someone from doing something también. ¿Vale? Pero esto es como que stop something from happening.
Okay.
Stop something from happening. O sea, como que parar o para hacer que detener algo para que no ocurra o detener a alguien de hacer algo.
Ok.
Or stop someone from doing something. Esto de aquí es lo que genera confusión. Listo. You got it? Mira, la primera dice, o sea, que tú le pongas la etiqueta a tus maletas, eso va a evitar, ¿qué cosa va a evitar? En un futuro la confusión, ¿cierto? Y
Sí,
eso es el significado que tiene en español. Prevenir es evitar que algo malo pase. ¿Ok? Vamos con el siguiente. La policía parecía sin fuerza, o sea, debilucha. ¿En qué sentido? Al evitar o al prevenir estos ataques. ¿Se entiende?
sí.
O sea, que estos ataques ocurran, o sea, se sentían inútiles al momento de hacer que estos ataques no pasen. Vamos con el siguiente. His disability prevents him from driving. O sea, que su discapacidad no le permitía a él, ¿qué cosa no le permitía ir? Manejar, ¿ok? No le permitía, o sea, no lo detenía en ese momento. We were prevented from entering the site, como que a nosotros no se nos permitía también ingresar al sitio. Pero mira el siguiente, el stop. If she really wants to leave, I don't understand what's stopping her. Si ella realmente quiere irse, yo no entiendo qué la está o qué está como que deteniéndola. No sé si me dejo entender.
Eh,
¿Ok?
pero tengo una pregunta, no me quedó muy claro el prevent. Me dijo que significa prevenir, ¿verdad? Pero usted lo usa como
Prevenir.
evitar.
Dime.
Pero usted lo usa como evitar o estoy equivocado.
Es que mira, el evitar, tú evitas que algo ocurra. O sea, ¿cómo te puedo es que el avoid también significa evitar. El avoid es lo mismo, pero tiene como que, por ejemplo, el avoid significa literalmente evitar. ¿Qué es evitar? No, chao. No, no, no. Pero ¿por qué evitas? El avoid es, tú no te permites a ti mismo hacer algo. Por ejemplo, cuando yo no quiero comer carne, yo evito comer carne. So I avoid meat. You see?
Ok.
Tú otra cosa que evitas hacer algo, pero ¿por qué? Porque no te lo permites o no dejas que algo ocurra también. Por ejemplo, yo debería evitar mencionar a ciertas personas. I should avoid mentioning these people. You see?
Sí.
Eso es evitar, o sea, no me permito hacerlo. Evitar, ¿vale? El
Perfecto.
siguiente evitar que existe, que es el prevent, porque prevent significa evitar, prevenir, es evitar que algo malo pase, pero no que no te lo permitas a ti, sino de que tú no quieres que eso suceda porque puede tener consecuencias negativas. ¿Se entiende?
Ok, sí.
Y el otro stop, el stop también significa evitar, pero tiene otro significado. Por ejemplo, en ese ejemplo de great efforts are being made to stop the spread of coronavirus, como que grandes esfuerzos están siendo hechos para que, para parar, para evitar que más adelante pasen, para detener qué cosa, el esparcimiento de qué, el esparcimiento también, el spread, and in Spanish is really difficult that word to be honest, I have no idea. El
Sí, entiendo,
esparcimiento,
como
is that
esparcir.
word? Yeah,
Ah,
but spread in Spanish means esparcir, but there is another word, I guess, for the noun. For spreading. Spreading can be the word, but in Spanish,
expandir, difundir, no sé. Cubrir,
okay, el COVID-19 se está
expandiendo.
expandiendo. I prefer that word. Propagando. Exactly, that is the word. Propagar. So
Pero
great efforts are being made to stop la propagación del coronavirus. O sea, muchos esfuerzos están siendo hechos para qué? Para detener la programación, la propagación del coronavirus.
entonces, evitar en stop, ¿qué significaría exactamente?
Que no quiere que eso ocurra, o sea, que no quiere que eso pase.
Pero no sería lo mismo que el evitar del prevent, evitar,
Que el privar, que el evitar del prevent, ¿verdad?
claro, porque es
Ya, a
básicamente,
eso quería llegar. ¿Qué es lo que sucede? Que en everyday English, people usually say stopped rather than prevent. ¿Qué quiere decir? Que al ser sinónimos, la gente, ¿cuál usa más? La gente usa más el stop.
Mm,
El stop somebody from doing something, no lo traduzcas como detener a alguien de hacer algo, sino tradúcelo como evitar que alguien haga algo. No sé si me dejo entender.
sí.
Ok, entonces, profesor, por ejemplo, la primera, el if she really wants to live, I don't understand what's stopping her. Dice, oye, si ella realmente se quiere ir, yo no entiendo qué es lo que está evitando que eso ocurra, o qué es lo que está evitando, what is stopping her. ¿Qué tienes por ahí?
Que le está deteniendo o que le está evitando.
Exacto, o sea, pero ¿qué significa evitar? Evitar significa que algo ocurra. No sé si me dejo entender.
O sea, le está evitando para que no ocurra nada malo.
Por ejemplo, mira, evitar significa que no quiero que ocurra. ¿Estamos de acuerdo?
Ok,
Que no es lo mismo, porque evitar es que el evitar tiene varios significados. Evitar es que yo no me permito hacer algo, evitar es algo que no quiero que ocurra, y evitar significa, también significa que no se me permite. Tiene tres significados en español, ¿vale?
ok,
En inglés, estos tres significados en español es para cada verbo, ¿vale? En este caso, cuando tú me dices, ella realmente si ella realmente quiere irse, yo no entiendo qué cosa la evita a ella. What's stopping her? Significa yo no sé qué cosa es lo que está haciendo que esto no pase. ¿Se entiende?
ok, sí, se entiende.
Él no está, cuando te digo, if she really wants to leave, I don't understand what is stopping her. No me refiero a la chica. Me refiero a qué situación está evitando que esto suceda, que ella se vaya. A eso me refiero.
Ok, entiendo, ahora sí.
Ahora sí quedó más claro.
Sí,
Igualito con el covet. Dice, los grandes esfuerzos están siendo hechos para que, para que la propagación del coronavirus no ocurra. ¿Te das cuenta cómo estoy traduciéndolo?
o sea, para que no ocurra.
Para que no pase eso. Eso se le conoce como evitar.
Ok,
¿Se entiende?
sí, sí, sí.
Por ejemplo, te digo, I am maybe conducting my papers in order to stop um, the deportation process. In order to stop the deportation process. So, estoy haciendo mis papeleos para que, con la finalidad de qué? De detener la deportación, pero no es que detengo la deportación porque no la puedo detener, sino es para que la deportación no ocurra. ¿Se
O sea,
entiende,
que
Claudio?
stop significa que algo no ocurra y ya.
Claro, o sea, que algo no ocurra hacia alguien, obviamente. No sé si me
Ok,
dejo entender.
sí, sí, sí.
Vamos con otro ejemplo. Vamos a ir con el from. Con el from. Mira, solito, si tú le pones el stop a algo, si tú le dices stop a algo, tú no quieres que eso pase, no quieres que eso ocurra. ¿Ok?
Ok,
Ahora, el stop somebody or something from doing something es idéntico como que no quieres, o sea, que algo no le permite a otra persona hacer algo. ¿Se entiende?
ok,
Por ejemplo, this barrier, esta barricada, is to stop people from coming without a ticket. This barrier is to stop people from coming in without a ticket. Como que esta barrera es para qué? Para evitar que las personas ingresen sin ticket. O sea, porque no se les permite. ¿Se entiende?
¿cuál es la diferencia de usar un to en vez de un for ahí?
La diferencia es que si te pongo for, tendría que poner stopping. Y si te pongo to, tendría que poner el verbo stop, nada
Es lo
más.
mismo.
Es lo mismo.
Ok,
Ahora, es más común decir is to para dar aquí estás dando un propósito. Para mí es más común usar el is to. Pero ¿está mal el for? No, no está mal. O sea, da lo mismo cuál uses. Los dos están correctos.
ok.
Any question up to this point?
No.
Yes, sir. Let's continue. I will write some sentences because I want you to really understand this part. Mira. Ok, te voy a poner el otro significado. this barrier is to stop people from entering, or from coming in without a ticket. And then we have avoid. When I say avoid is when I don't remember the word I used before, but it is like you don't allow yourself to do something. Okay? Do not allow yourself to do something. You do not allow yourself to do something. It also has a different meaning too. It's avoid someone or something. Avoid someone or something. It's meant like prevent something from happening. I will give you some examples. For example, I avoid, well, I wake up early because I want to avoid the peak hour. The peak hours, or people say rush hours. You see?
Okay.
The rush hour, or the rush hours, the peak hour. Any questions? No, right?
¿Puede traducir esta oración en español?
Yo me levanto muy temprano y eso es porque yo quiero evitar las horas picos o las horas de tráfico, de más tráfico.
Ok.
You see?
Sí.
¿Qué más? ¿Qué más? You avoid something. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. What else? You should avoid mentioning. You don't allow yourself to do something. I avoid eating meat. Yo evito comer carne. ¿Por qué? Porque no me permito comer carne. Okay. And in the English language, there is, this is not an expression, you see? But what about this? He tried to avoid paying. Look at this expression. He tried to avoid. He tried to avoid paying taxes. So he tried to avoid paying his taxes, and he was taken to the court. Él intentó evitar pagar sus impuestos y él fue llevado a la corte. Pero la verdad es que en esta situación yo usaría get out of doing something. Wow, this is advanced English. Get out of doing something. So I can also say he tried to get out of paying. Get out of.
¿Qué significa eso? Get out?
Mira, si tú lo buscas en internet, te va a salir algo como find a way to not do something. Como encontrar la forma de no hacer algo. Eso es evitar algo. Entonces, si te das cuenta, porque no lo quieres hacer.
Ok.
Sí, esa es la forma. Encontrar una forma de no hacer algo. Pero yo lo traduzco, ¿sabes? Como qué? Como salirme con la suya, salirme con la mía. Aunque ese salirme con la mía es get away. No tendría sentido. No lo podría traducir como salirme con la mía.
Get away
Get out
significa
of.
salirse
Dime.
con la mía.
Tell me.
Get away, ¿qué significa?
Get away es get away with that. Como que te sales con la tuya de algo que debiste haber pagado. Por ejemplo, el ladrón mató a alguien, pero ahorita está libre. Quiere decir que he got away with that situation. Se libró de algo malo que le pueda pasar.
Ok.
Any other questions?
No.
Um, no, that's all, I guess. This all I can teach you now. Vamos a repasar una vez más porque sé que es bien complicado. Mira, como puedes observar en el primer prevent, ¿cómo lo interpreta el primer prevent? El prevent significa evitar. El stop, aparte de parar algo, también significa evitar. El avoid también significa evitar. O sea, los tres significan evitar, pero ¿en qué lo podemos diferenciar? Cuando tú evitas de que algo ocurra, tú quieres evitar que algo ocurra porque es malo de repente para ti, porque tú evitas algo porque es malo, tú no lo vas a evitar porque es bueno, tú vas a evitar ganarte $100, no lo vas a evitar, sí o no. Pero de que se puede usar, sí se puede usar. Entonces, cuando tú evitas algo de que no ocurra, utilízame
Stop.
los dos. Puedes usar el stop o podrías usar el prevent.
Claro, pero el stop es más usual, así que por
El
eso.
stop es más usual, exacto. ¿Ok? ¿Qué más te podría decir? El avoid se utiliza para no permitirte a ti hacer algo y también se puede utilizar para evitar que alguien haga algo. ¿Te das cuenta?
Ok, sí.
O sea que son sinónimos. ¿Cuál es la diferencia? De que el avoid no lleva preposición, tampoco lleva tú. Te acabo de poner que los tres tienen el mismo significado, ¿sí o no?
Correcto.
El avoid prevents something from happening, prevents something from happening. ¿Cuál podría ser la diferencia? Podría ser... No, o sea, es lo mismo. Puedes utilizar los tres. Utilízame los tres. Los tres yo los uso.
Ok.
Any questions?
No.
El más común de estos tres obviamente va a ser el stop, ¿vale?
Ok. Stop.
Y listo. We're done with that part. Any questions before we continue?
Oh, no. Okay.
No, right? So let's practice. And so, for example, every day, what kind of things do you avoid doing, or what things you stop yourself from doing, or what things you prevent uh, from doing? Any ideas?
Or I prevent.
You prevent what?
Okay, I prevent to get wet.
I prevent to get. That's not correct because you prevent somebody. You prevent somebody or you stop somebody, but you prevent what?
Okay, wait. This is a little bit tricky. Okay, wait.
Yes, I know.
To Jesus.
You prevent yourself, maybe.
Okay, yeah, I prevent myself to get wet.
You prevent yourself get what?
Get wet.
Get with. What do you mean when you say get with?
Like mojarme.
Get wet.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, why do you prevent yourself from getting wet?
Sometimes I'm in work. There is various. I don't know what's happening with my English. Okay, wait. I need to be focused right now. So I'm avoid to get wet because of in my work there is a lot of like water damage, and that's why I am prevent to
Myself.
myself to get wet.
If you don't want to say prevent myself because we need someone or something, you say I avoid getting wet. You see?
Yeah.
So that's the difference. That's the main difference is that when you have prevent somebody, prevent yourself, prevent something from happening, or stop. But when you have avoid, you just say avoid plus the verb.
Okay.
So, for example, in my English classes, I avoid speaking in Japanese, or in my English classes because I am trilingual. I can say that I prevent myself from speaking in my third language. You see?
Yeah, I see.
That's all, no more. I guess that would be all for now. Did you understand, right?
Yes.
That's perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. What else? I would like to talk about and what about your eating habits? Do you avoid eating a product?
What do you mean by eating?
Eating, comer,
Oh, like
eating,
eating the products, like food?
eating. Like food, yes. What kind of products do you avoid eating?
I usually avoid to eat.
No, I usually avoid to eat. No, I usually avoid eating.
Okay, I usually avoid eating unhealthy food,
Why?
such as uh, I don't know, like roast chicken,
Mm-hmm.
hamburgers, nuggets, and that kind of stuff. Why? The reason why is because of I am doing exercises. I mean,
And the reason why is because, remember, Claudio, and the reason why is because of,
yeah.
and that's why, use just the expression, and that's why,
Okay, that's why.
no more.
Okay, and that's why I do exercises.
I do exercises. So, and that's why I do exercises. For me, that is more common and more natural. And I know that sometimes, and that's the reason why. Yeah, it is correct, but it's very long. It's very Google Translator. It is perfect. Yes, I know, but I prefer to use the second one, the
Okay,
first one. Sorry.
but what's the meaning of that? That's why
That's why.
in
Tú
Spanish.
dices algo, mira, tú dices algo, and that's why I want to do it. Y esa es la razón por la que, o sea, digo esto y esta es la razón por la que esto ocurre.
Yeah, but it wasn't that because.
That because,
I
or
mean,
that's because.
yeah, that because. I mean, you said that
Mhm.
the meaning of that because in Spanish is esa es la razón por la que.
No, that's because esa es la razón. Acá lo puse, one second. Y la razón es por qué puse yo. Mira, mira cómo lo interpreto. Mi papá está molesto y esta es la razón por la que no quiero ir. Yo no quiero ir y la razón es porque mi papá está molesto.
Okay, and that because. What's the meaning in Spanish?
That's because.
Yeah.
Y la razón es por qué.
Okay.
Did you understand?
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. That's great. That's great. That's great. That's great. Let's continue. Let's continue. Let's continue. And what about your maybe your job? Now, are you using more your English or you keep on speaking in Spanish in your job? You mentioned that maybe you use both languages.
Wait. Am I crazy or do you say Mario?
What do you mean?
Oh, what did you say? I mean, sorry, I wasn't paying attention to you. Did you say Mario?
Yeah. No, your job. Your job.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm currently I'm speaking Spanish all day, so it's a little bit complicated to me to get used to the English vocabulary. Uh, Unfortunately, I see myself, and probably there is a lack of experience trying to look up for sorry, trying for looking for new words
Mm-hmm.
um, to make this work into English. So I'm trying
Okay.
to watch more videos like have you ever watched this video that people say motivational phrases?
Yeah. On
Uh,
YouTube.
yeah, for example, what is the life meaning? Okay, I'm trying to figure out a way to traduce those phrases into Spanish and then traduce it by myself. For example, if you sometimes ask to me, what is it, hey Claudio, what is the meaning of the lie? I'm gonna be like prepared for that situation using the words that I've been watching on that video.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I used to do it. I used to do it. And I don't usually watch motivationals or videos like that. I used to watch videos that we learn, for example, why do people have headaches, or why do we have headaches, or the origin of cancer, things like that, but with animations. I'm gonna show you on why do we have headaches, or look at this. I used to watch videos about this. I'm gonna show you. And this is also interesting. Let me show you. It's like TED Talk, but I am not sure. It was on YouTube. Why do we have headaches? With things like that, you see? What causes headache?
Okay.
And I learned a lot that there are three types of headaches: so primary headaches, secondary headaches, and normally we have headaches because we are dehydrated, because we don't drink water, or because we take too much pills, or because we don't sleep very well. We have a restless night. You see?
Oh wow. Okay.
And I watch this kind of videos, and they're really interesting. Or, for example, which one is better? Which is the best? Is the best meat? What is the best meat? Because I'm not given options. What is the best meat? What is the healthiest meat? And there was a video. 1 second. On YouTube. Let's go to YouTube. YouTube. Okay. 1 second. Where is it? I used to watch this video. Focus on this part. You get which meat is the healthiest?
Yes.
And but with animation. And this one, this video, Kirk's, this website, this channel,
Uh-huh.
it's really interesting. I love this channel because, well, this is my different account, and you learn a lot. We have to talk about wheat, and this is the place where I learned a lot of vocabulary and phrasal verbs. And there we have a what if section, human origin, designer's baby, and you have here vocabulary, and you learn a lot here. And I love this because we have a lot of images. You see?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. Do you watch this kind of videos, or you prefer to watch a different video?
Um, I mean, I have no preference. I'm
You
good
have
with
no
both.
preference. Okay.
I'm good with both.
Okay. Okay. And you repeat the words that you use. And so, why do you watch series? Maybe.
Uh, to be honest, I hadn't thought about it yet, but it could be a good option to me.
Yeah, but there is a problem that it takes like 40 minutes to watch an episode.
Yeah,
And
probably,
in a video on YouTube, it takes like more than 10 minutes. That would be a problem.
probably yes.
Okay. So, but let me be honest. And did you? No, no. This is a question for you. Did you use the website Episodem?
Episode.
Yes, this website.
Episode.
Trust me, I am pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that you will improve your English if you use the website Episodem. Use it. You will learn a lot. I mean, you won't learn phrasal verbs or things like that, but you will have the chance to speak in English. And if you make mistakes, you can write your mistakes and then you can check it later. You see?
Yeah, that's a good
So
point.
I recommend this website a lot. Utiliza este sitio web.
I have a question for you.
What is
Uh,
my question?
do you think that, I mean, us as a as a Spanish native speakers, at some point can be able to speak like fluently English as an American native speaker with the same accent? That's my question about the accent.
With the same accent. No, it depends. I guess I am pretty sure the people who was born or maybe who traveled to this country when they were 3 years old, they have the accent. But if you didn't, or if that situation didn't happen to you, I am more than sure that you won't have like the native accent because, um, yeah, because we learn the accent. So you may fake the accent, but everybody notice your accent. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Some people are very lucky and their accent is very neutral. So they can copy. Maybe they are actors or they are like, how do we call this? Voice actors, you see?
Yeah.
So it is really difficult to copy the accent, but it depends on you. If you keep on, for example, I was trying to speak like a native speaker, and when then I realized that that was not necessary for me because well, the main point here is the fact that they understand how or what the things I want to say.
Yeah, I mean that is a correct point for you. But are you? How can I say this? Are you aware that if you have, I mean, are you aware that having a good accent here in the U.S. you can have more chances to get a better job?
More chances to have a better yeah.
Yeah, I was watching a documentary about it, and they say that having a good accent here like elevate your chances to have a better job, a better position job. So I
Okay.
don't know if it's that's true, but
I just had the chance to work for three companies in the US. The first
okay,
one was called Marty, but I am not sure if they cared about my accent. The second one was as a how do you say this front desk clerk
yeah,
in for a hotel, and then I worked as a Spanish teacher. But I guess that the thing that which is more important is how you your look, your appearance. That would be for me one of the most important things in the job. And the accent, of course, if you speak in this way, we connect English speaker by video. Practice your English through, they say, "Well, you are from maybe Malaysia, you are from India." So in that case, that affects, you know?
you're probably
But when
point.
you say we connect English speakers by video, well, my accent is not like a native, but it's pretty neutral. I try to use everything I know, the rules and pronunciation. I guess that pronunciation is better than the accent, but I agree up to some point. You see,
Okay,
I guess the your appearance and I mean your fluency. I guess that your fluency is even better. You know. For example, have you heard Putin speaking in English?
no,
Here, his accent, you know, it's terrible. It's
but you know
terrible.
what? The accent of this girl, Melania Trump, it's really
Yeah.
interesting to hear that. Have you ever
Um.
tried to have you ever heard her?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, she's from Slovenia, and she really has an accent. But I
Yeah. But.
mean, she speaks like five languages, so that's why.
Yeah. Sometimes at some point you lose your accent. I think that you have a different voice when you speak different languages. I guess that you when you speak, for example, in English, your tone is totally different from when you speak Spanish.
Do you think the people has different personalities when they speak in other language?
Yes, everybody has a different personality when
No, I
you speak
can't
in a
believe
different.
that can be definitely fake.
No, that is true. For example, when I speak Spanish, I am not very talkative. But when I speak in English, you know, I think that I'm more intelligent than when I speak Spanish.
Okay, I know. I
Yes,
felt so bad.
I feel that I am more intelligent and I can give you reason, I can explain a lot of things. But in Spanish, sometimes it takes more time or I find difficult to find some words. Sometimes in Spanish, I don't know what to say, but when I speak in English, the words pops into my head. They comes easily to my mind.
Okay, okay, well,
Like this, for example, if you speak in Spanish, podría, I think that I speak like I have more words I would say that I speak my English is better than my Spanish.
oh wow.
Yeah, I would say that my English is better than my Spanish. When I take a test, for example, because I'm studying programming, my classes are totally in English. And sometimes when I give projects or I give presentations, well, I can speak in both languages because the half of my class speaks Spanish and the half of my class speak English. So I speak in both languages. And I feel that sometimes I like in this situation that happened to me a few minutes ago, I know the word in English, but I don't know how to translate it into Spanish. Like the word spread, you say expandir.
Mm-hmm.
The word was propagar. You see?
Yes, yes, yes.
I guess that one thing that can help you to improve your English is that you can translate it into Spanish at the same time. This is a problem for kids, but this is not a problem for you because you're bilingual. You say something like this. If you speak Spanish, obviously, oye, por favor, puedes ayudarme? Hey, sir, can you help me, please? So try to incorporate this translation in your speech.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, that worked. That worked for my mother. Well, you know that my mother didn't speak, well, she didn't used to speak English maybe 4 or 3 years ago, but I tried to teach her, and now when she speaks Spanish, she says something like, "¿Qué vamos a cocinar el día de hoy?" I said, what is I or what am I going to cook today? So she tries to interpret the phrase into Spanish or English, and sometimes she's listening to my classes and she's taking notes. Just she repeats.
Wow. Okay.
You see, so that is my piece of advice for you. When you speak Spanish, then you say, and how do I say this in English? Ah, okay. Oh, este barrio no me gusta. I don't like this neighborhood. Este barrio tiene muchas plantas. ¿Cómo digo que este barrio tiene muchas plantas? This hood has many trees. No, this is a leafy neighborhood. You see?
Okay. Yeah.
So, esa es mi recomendación para ti. Trata de interpretar al mismo tiempo. Eso se llama interpretación simultánea. Puedes encontrar ejercicio de interpretación simultánea. A ver. And that was the peak, That was my peak. I remember when I was working as a medical interpreter, maybe 10 or 15 years ago, when I was 17 years old, 18, no, 18 years old. And I remember that it was really hard for me to understand what people were saying, right? And
Yes.
then I practiced simultaneous interpretation. I learned a lot. So exercises. Do you want to practice?
Yeah, sure, sure. Mm.
Okay. 3, 2. Exercises for simultaneous interpreting. If you want to work for Amazon, you have to pass this sometimes. 1 second. Before the exam practice, dual task exercising. No. Oh, wait a minute. Let me check it. Here we have. The link of the website is different. Did you check it?
Yeah, I did this morning.
Yeah, it was not working. I need to get used to using a different link. Can you get? I need to get used to using a different link.
Yeah.
Road to health. 1 second. Yeah. Mm,
Does use and utilize has the same meaning? I mean, have the same meaning.
I'm not sure. What did you say? Could you just repeat that?
Does use and utilize have the same
Utilize.
meaning?
They have the same meaning. Yes, they are the same, but never use I utilize sunscreen on my body. No, you say wear. Or at least put on. You put on makeup, you put on sunscreen too.
But can I say it or no?
No, no, this is not appropriate. Utilize. You say apply. Tú te aplicas, no utilizas.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, I'm gonna show you. 3, 2, 1. Let's start. Si yo hablo en español, tú lo dices en inglés. Y si yo lo digo en inglés, tú lo dices en español. ¿Ok?
Okay.
3, 2, 1. So, Mr. Smith, I got a report from the ER doctor about what happened.
Oh, espérese, tengo que decir lo que usted dice en español.
Yes, sir.
Oh, ya, ok, de nuevo.
3, 2, 1. So, Mr. Smith, I got a report from the ER doctor about what happened.
Entonces, señor Smith, tengo que reportar al doctor lo que acaba de pasar. Ahora, ¿qué pasó?
But I like to hear it directly from you in your own words.
Pero me gustaría escucharlo en sus propias palabras.
What happened this morning that brought you into the ER?
¿Qué ocurrió esa mañana que te trajo aquí?
Bueno, yo había tenido mucha ansiedad.
Well, I had a lot of anxiety.
Ok, en este caso, anxiety, cuando tú quieras decir que tienes ansiedad, dime que estás ansioso. No me por ejemplo, ¿cómo dices que tienes hambre?
I'm hungry.
Hungry, ¿te das cuenta? Pero eso es I have hungry. ¿Se entiende?
I have hungry. Okay.
Dime, I was very anxious. You see?
Okay. Pues,
And when did all start?
¿cuándo eso empezó?
Bueno, esto empecé a sentirme peor hace unos días atrás, pero ayer en la noche me puse muy mal.
Um,
Nuevamente.
¿Qué es eso
Ok.
que dices aquí?
Empecé a sentirme muy mal hace unos días atrás, pero ayer en la noche me puse peor.
But how can I translate llegué? Yo llegué a sentirme like I arrived. No, it's not
Yo no
correct.
dije, empecé a sentirme peor.
I started
I,
to feel better.
yeah,
Sorry,
I started,
I
I
started to feel
started
worse.
feeling words. I started
To feel
feeling words
worse.
hace unos días atrás. A
Uh,
few days ago.
these days.
Tiene que salir. Pero ayer en la noche me puse muy mal.
Esa palabra me puse
But,
mal.
ok, ¿cómo se dice yo estoy feliz?
I'm happy.
Me pongo feliz.
I am happy.
I get happy.
Ooh,
You
okay.
see? Tengo hambre. I am hungry. Me da hambre. I get hungry. You see?
Yeah, I said so.
That's it. What happened last night?
¿Qué pasó la otra noche?
La cosa es que toda la noche, señor, me puse nervioso.
The thing is, all the night I got anxious.
I got anxious, or I got nervous, or I was feeling nervous. You see?
Okay, I
Varias
was,
formas de expresar. No me podía relajar, señor.
I can keep relaxed.
I can keep relaxed, or I couldn't relax. No me pude porque es algo que pasó en el pasado. ¿Ok?
Okay.
Mi esposa estaba muy preocupada por mí.
My boss was very about my okay. My wife was very worried about me.
E intenté irme a la cama, pero me dormí.
I
Y me
tried
dormí,
to
perdón.
I tried to hit the bed, but I couldn't.
I tried to go to bed
Okay, I tried
and
to go to bed,
me dormí.
and I got to sleep.
I go to sleep. En este caso, cuando tú
I
te
fell
duermes,
asleep.
I fall asleep, and fall asleep.
Okay, I fell
Okay, fall asleep. De la nada, me comenzó a faltar el aire.
Suddenly I start to have okay, I don't know I don't know how can I say that word. Faltar el aire. Like
Short of breath. Cuando a ti te falta el aire, eso se le llama short of breath.
shut up, bro.
Entonces, tú dices que you felt.
I felt shut
You
up.
felt. Tú sentiste un short of breath, o sea, que te empezó a faltar el aire.
Okay.
You see? Vale, yo siento que este tipo de role plays es lo que te podrían ayudar a ti. Necesito que ganes más rapidez al momento de decirlo. ¿Y cómo lo obtienes? Interpreta lo que dices en español. Por ejemplo, estoy muy cansado, quiero dormir. I'm just really tired. I just want to sleep. ¿Qué voy a comer mañana? What will I eat tomorrow? Ah, no, Carlos me dijo que para mañana. Ah, pero como no estoy seguro, mejor utilizo el will. Bien, ¿te das cuenta?
Oiga, pero ¿cómo le hacen las personas que interpretan a alguien que no habla bien español? Por
Eh,
ejemplo,
tú- es que eso se llama interpretación. Tú tienes que darle sentido.
ok,
A-
porque,
es- Ajá.
porque a veces hablo con personas, bueno, que son de Centroamérica y tienen un español totalmente diferente.
Sí.
Por ejemplo, me dicen, el otro día estaba trigando, y yo, ¿qué? Y trigar
Wait,
significa resfregar, resfregando la pared. Me
no.
decía, estaba trigando la pared, y yo, ¿qué? O me decía,
What?
um, una chica una vez me dijo eso de, estoy arrecha, y yo, ¿qué?
She's like man, I guess.
Yeah, she's like mad. Y yo
But
me
in
quedé,
for example, in Peru, it means that she's horny.
sí.
Yeah, she's horny, but she's like mad.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
So it was really
Sí.
weird to me.
For example, if you work as an interpreter, you need to learn this. You need to learn this. This is, how do we call this? Mm, cultural choque cultural in Spanish.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay,
Cultural.
so te preparan para eso.
Okay,
Te preparan para eso. Te voy a dar el acceso. Tienes que ir a esta ruta de Roadmap Health. Esa es la ruta de Roadmap Health. Creo que utilizas tu propia cuenta y puedes ingresar.
okay,
¿Vale?
okay. Yep.
Voy a tratar de buscarte esto de Amazon para que puedas practicar. Siento que la verdad es que tú hablas bien inglés. El problema es que no confías mucho en ti. Sigo recomendando, entre episodio, en episodio vas a ganar confianza. Te vas a sentir hoy. Y no pasa nada porque ahí están para aprender. Lo único que tienes que hacer es aprobar una entrevista. ¿Vale?
Okay,
Ah, los sábados he empezado a dar clases de comunicativas. Por ejemplo, te digo, okay, guys. For example, yesterday I went to the supermarket and the cashier, well, the ATM was acting up. So, I couldn't maybe uh, withdraw my money. Act up, what does it mean? You see? Y te
yeah,
puedes ahí para que practiques con ellos. Si no te sientes cómodo en episodio, ahí vamos a poder encontrar personas para que puedas como que compartir ideas también, ¿ok?
sure. Sure.
It's on Saturdays and Sundays in the morning. I'm not sure if you had the time if you have time to join us, but if you have the chance to do it, you are invited, okay?
Okay,
Yes, and yeah, and you have access to the second roadmap. There is a C1 roadmap. If you are checking the content in the B21, let's go. Let's move on to the second part. There are a lot of things that you can learn. Por ejemplo, antes de que me vaya, ¿esto existe o no?
cannot. Si existe, obvio.
¿O prefieres usar este?
Prefiero usar el primero.
O sea, la verdad es que siempre te dicen que existe la contracción y el cannot. El otro nadie te lo enseña, pero sí existe, ¿vale? ¿En dónde lo encuentras? Cuando haces preguntas negativas. Por ejemplo, es, Can you not speak English? You are joking me. Can you not? No me digas, no me vayas a poner así, ¿eh? Can you? Perdón, no me vayas a poner así. Can not you. Oh, sorry. No me vayas a poner esto. No me pongas la última. Cannot you. No existe can you not o can you. No, nada más.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
¿Se
Okay.
entendió?
Sí, se entendió. Eso es complicado.
Listo. Esos son temitas que ya estamos viendo. Ya estás terminando tu ruta de aprendizaje. Quise llegar al C1, pero quiero que practiques más speaking. Es por eso que te doy estas chances. ¿Tendrías disponibilidad para avisarle a un compañero? Es un compañero que se llama, él está en Turks and Caicos. También habla inglés. Podría decir que están en el mismo nivel. ¿Ok?
Okay.
Si gustas, le paso el contacto y ustedes coordinen horas para que practiquen.
Perfecto, con quien sea, está bien.
Te voy a mandar un video para que veas su nivel de inglés. Y tú me dices, profe, mándamelo a él. O te puedo mandar también también es otra chica, ¿cómo se llama? Katy.
Yeah, sure,
Katy,
sure.
para ser profesora de inglés, está
Mhm.
el último ciclo de la universidad. También tiene un muy buen nivel de inglés, pero le dificulta mucho al hablar.
Okay.
Pero,
Avísele a
¿vale?
los dos. Perfecto, no hay problema.
Ya, genial. Entonces los voy a crear un grupito para que ustedes coordinen horas y se puedan poder practicar, ¿vale?
Ok, perfecto, gracias.
Okay. So that will be all. Bye bye. Take
Yes,
care.
bye, take care.